My parents have always warned me not to go to the basement. All my entire life, I'm currently 15 now, my parents have told me several times to not open the basement door. I really don't know why. By the way, we live in Texas, so this story happened in Dallas. I never have thought anything of it. I always thought that maybe the basement was just dirty or something, and they didn't want me in the basement to prevent me from getting sick. The basement door was a regular door. It was old, like it was built in the 19th century. I always got goosebumps every time I walked by the door, and I started hearing voices anytime I got near that door. Anyways, it was until I was around like 9 or 10, I can't really remember, that something happened. 2 police officers came to our house. They asked my parents some questions. I really can't remember what they asked, but I do remember my parents refusing to let the officers in our house, like if they were hiding something, and I think that something was in the basement. The officers, after some time of arguing, decided to leave. I think they got some reports from our neighbors that loud noises were coming from our house at night. I really don't remember much of that incident. Every time I come near the basement, I can feel a really disgusting smell coming from the basement. I can't really explain it. It smelled like rotten eggs mixed with like rotten flesh. I thought maybe there was a dead animal in there making the smell. I asked my father about the smell, but he just got mad at me and sent me to my room. I don't know what I did wrong. That's got me really suspicious about the basement, and that's when I realized that they were hiding something really bad. But since I was 14 by the time, I couldn't do anything about it. I knew I couldn't ask my parents again, because I didn't want to get scolded again or something worse to happen to me. 1 year later, I invited my girlfriend over. She got really curious about the basement door. I told her that we couldn't even go near that door, but it looked like she really wanted to explore the basements. After some hesitations, I decided to go with her into the basement, even though my parents have warned me over and over again not to go in the basement. My girlfriend opened the door and together we decided to go down the basements. The basement was really dark and I couldn't find the light switch to turn the lights on, so I had to use the flashlight on my phone. We started to go down the stairs. The stairs looked really old and they made a squeaky sound every time someone stepped on them. When we reached the basement, the smell came back and I finally found a light switch, and when I turned on the light, I saw what my parents were hiding. There was a lot of corpses everywhere and like a pentagram. Just like if my parents were doing a satanic ritual. The look on my girlfriend's face just said everything. She looked really horrified for what she saw and she looked like if she wanted to throw up. 30 minutes went by, and I saw my father coming down with a trash bag. It was leaving behind a trail of blood. I immediately knew what it was. It was another dead body to add to the collection. The second he saw me, he pulled out a knife and came running down to try and stab me with it. I was so terrified I couldn't even move. The last thing I remember was him stabbing me with the knife and I just fainted. I later woke up in a padded room and then I realized. My parents abandoned me when I was 6, I have a severe schizophrenia and I tend to have nightmares all the time.